That's going to be I think this can come in different sections with me, Juan, and I'll tell you why. Because my injury happened when I was about 10 years old, right? I was young when my gunshot happened. By the way, I got shot when I was about 10 years old, accidental shooting. My injury level is about 2.7. So I've been in this wheelchair for decades and stuff. Because my injury happened so young, I think I want to say that I've kind of evolved like 2 or 3 times since my injury. So
Yeah.
at 10 years old, you're coddled by your parents. So life is pretty not difficult for a person with a disability. It was not until I got into my high school years when a lot of insecurities came up. I had no identity of who I really was, especially with lack of confidence and stuff like that. That's when
Yeah.
it actually hit me, was in my high school years. The high school years, I've always been social, Juan, a friendly guy. But deep down inside, I harbored a lot of insecurities because in high school, and not gonna lie to you, what was important to me in high school was lunch, PE, and the bitches, right? Let's get real a little bit. But I never thought that the intimacy part and all the other stuff was enough for them. So I had a lot of that. But yeah, that was one of my turning points because I was going through all of that and I wasn't playing adaptive sports. Let's not forget that. I wasn't introduced to adaptive sports. I was playing like in this Special Olympic type of environment.
Okay.
And
Okay. Okay. So
dude,
you,
I'm
but
telling
you,
you,
so start there though. So your injury. You're saying 10 years old. So everybody has that
10 years
story.
old.
What happened though?
So
Since
what it was, we were at a friend's house. This happened on my father's birthday, July the 2nd. My father's a factory worker, right? And my mom decided to go over a friend's house with a bunch of us. We were all hanging out and someone found a gun. Someone found a gun in the house. They're all playing with the gun. I was playing with the gun. Young, dumb kids. We're idiots, right? Finally, I decided to walk away and they accidentally shot. In the hustle of it all, it got shot, hit me in the spine. I went down. They took me to the hospital. They took me to Cook County. It's actually, they first took me to St. Mary's over there on Division.
yeah.
They stabilized me there, and then they had to take me to Cook County from there. So yeah, this happened on my father's birthday. My father did not know what was going on until we didn't have a lot of, nobody had really a phone back then at home, right? My father
No.
did not know until he got home and nobody's at the house. Like, where the hell's my family? Finally, somebody told him I was in the hospital. So that's where my injury happened. So my injury happened really, really young. This kind of really scarred my family really hard. And we'll go into a little bit more on how it scarred my family because of the fact that, and this is something I'm very open to talking about. At that time, Juan, you got to understand, I came into this country when I was 6 months old. They snuck me into this country. I was in an illegal alien, an illegal immigrant when I was 6 months old. So through my disability at the age of 10, no insurance, absolutely no insurance.
Right. They said we're going to come to America. We're going to come to
Right.
Chicago to give our kids a
That's the
better.
goal. And it's a dream that we want to come here for a better life, better opportunities. And then this happens, you know? This
Yeah.
happens. My life is altered. My family's life is altered. My dad's life is altered. And money was tough. So we were struck with when my family was struck with the option of, well, should we just stay where it's already very difficult? Do we go back? Do we go back? We'll be more simpler with the language, no language barrier. Probably money will be a little bit easier since we're in Mexico or something like that. But nope, my father says no, the opportunity is going to be here. Here in America, we are going to stay. We're going to tough this out. We had a bill of over $100,000. And my dad was paying $5 a month on a tab that big.
Damn.
Insane, dude. But yet my father persevered. I mean, he really wanted us to have the opportunity here. And he said, even with a disability and all these obstacles, I think this is the place to be. We're going to have to make it happen here. And
Yeah.
we did. So throughout my life, 10 years old till about 18, when we applied for the amnesty, for our residency through the amnesty law, it was a struggle. It was a struggle with bills and all of that stuff. So yeah, it was really tough. It was
Yeah.
really tough on my family. That